Greetings. It's taken me some time. I don't even know where to begin. The past few days have been I don't even know how to say or the words to describe the feeling of rage that I am experiencing at this moment. But I wanted to try to speak between the tears. I am a mother to a son, a young black man that unfortunately many of you will see as a threat. I am a mother to a young man that you would call the police on for no reason, or take his life for no reason other than pure, unadulterated hatred. And I've been asking myself this question for the past week. Why do white people hate black people so vehemently? Now, I know you can lump us all together, people of color, but I am a black woman, and my experiences are different from many other people of color. See, my family left England for a better life. Coming from Jamaica, going to England. And England was not without its issues either. After my father was cut by a teddy boy, I believe that's when he and my mother made a decision to come to America. You know, land of the free, prosperity. And they were sponsored by a white man, a Hebrew man, to come here. Usually I'm so eloquent and the words just flow, but I'm fighting back tears as I record this. I always knew, always understood completely about racism. And I used to think that it was just a few. But as I got older, I learned that this sickness permeated so many human beings to a level that I could not possibly understand. And it's not that I ever hated any of you. I hated the decisions and the choices you made to hold on to that poisonous seed and to continue to water it and allow it to fester inside of you simply because of the color of my skin and simply because you fear something. I have been subjected to my share of abuse that falls under the umbrella of racism, from the denial of getting certain positions of which I was qualified, to being called derogatory names. I raised my son not to hold any hate in his heart, but to be understanding. But I know that you would kill him before he has even had a word or a chance to speak. I cry because this is not new. What we have endured and have been going through is not new. And now you say you finally see us, you finally hear us, and you're ready to stand with us. You finally see me. So what have you been looking at all this time? A person of color who you felt was beneath you and not worthy of much of your attention, your time? A person of color, a woman who in your mind should just be like Aunt Jemima in the kitchen? Yes, sir, no, sir, waiting on you, taking care of your children, knowing my place? And you finally hear me? So when I've been speaking about lack of representation, lack of diversity, misrepresentation, when you come to my channel and you watch the deck walkthroughs and I point out the disparities, what do you think I am talking to you about? I am showing you how racism has permeated everything and how you have allowed it to continue to fester and grow into everything. And you have chosen to turn a blind eye because it didn't affect you. And so now we're at this place where Mother Earth is burning. She's burning. Is this our kumbaya moment? Is this our moment of judgment? Is this where we're going to try and get things back into balance? Well, please tell me, when have I ever been in balance? I have a son. I have no desire to fight for equality. Why would I want to be equal to oppression, subjugation, hatred? Why would I want to be equal to being kept back, held back, spat on Why would I want to be equal to being seen as less than? Why would I want to be equal to that? So today, for those of you who are listening, I appreciate your time. I'm still here, and I'm watching. We've got to this point where I've become a hashtag, an acronym. My name is Queen Osset. I am a black woman, educated, served in the military. I speak several languages, as do my son. And if you took the moment to silence the hatred that is coursing through your blood, you would learn so much about us. As I said, I do not hate you. I don't even pity you. But I hate the decisions, the conscious decisions, and the lack of awareness that you cloak yourself in because of comfort and entitlement. Someone told me today to take a break, take a mental health day. I can't stop being black. There are no breaks for me. I have lived in a state of alert for decades. And when I had my son, that heightened. Always wondering, am I going to get the call? Am I going to get the knock on my door? Teaching my son how to address authority in a way for him to keep his life, meaning that he but today, June 3rd, we're not doing that anymore. I am a mother who will fight this ugly beast called racism. You come to my channel, you visit me on Facebook, you like my posts on Instagram. If you say, post, or do anything that is incorrect or untoward, I will correct you with the truth, not from a place of emotion. So when you say you don't see the point of, or you don't understand, or all lives matter, I will break it down to you. Are you going to be willing to listen? Are you going to be willing to let go of some of those ugly, inappropriate thought forms that you have towards people who are not like you? We are always touting shadow work. You haven't begun to do shadow work. Do not think that posting a picture of one of this country's greatest leaders or quoting poetry from one of the greatest artists moves me or people like me. Don't get this wrong. I have many white friends. We have a history that goes way back. They have seen me. They have been listening to me. These people, they're my friends. There is no racial divide between the two of us, the 3 of us, the 10 of us, the 12 of us. There isn't. We approached each other from a level of respect. They were not afraid to say, I have been wrong all of this time. They are not afraid to say, Queen, I don't understand. Help me understand. And being a foreigner, unfortunately, sometimes I don't even understand. So we work on breaking it down together. But for many of you, I had presented a table where we could all sit and commune and talk and break down and break through some of these ideas and these notions and these opinions. And you chose to disregard. You chose to push me aside. Within this community, this Tarot community, I know that there are just so few of me here. And I know that you welcomed us in as long as we stayed in line and didn't ruffle any feathers. We said the right thing, and we kept on board with the current verbiage, paradigm. When I started to point out a few things, a few disparities, I got some personal messages. This was just a few years ago when I started my channel. And last year, when the topic was lack of diversity and inclusivity and lack of representation in the community, you know, we had that discussion about, creating decks full of people of color, or creating your own decks, or not appeal, that those decks don't appeal to you. You're not going to support that artist. It doesn't resonate with you. And so we choose a cop-out. Let's get an animal deck. I'm rambling. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm full of rage. There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work. You know how to reach me. You know where to find me. But I want you to understand that this is my story and my experience. And where I am right now, I'm not really interested in yours. So I don't care if you had an experience with a friend who was black and you went through this, that, and the third. What did you do about it? I don't care if you stood there and you witnessed ugliness, hatred. What did you do about it? And moving forward, I don't care what you did about it. All I want to know is, what are you going to do now? I would say that this country is experiencing a tower moment. And we know that after the Tower card comes the Star. Hope. I've got an inkling, a tiny amount of hope left in me. Please don't destroy that. Please don't destroy that. I have a son.